Hi, I sincerely hope you are. You cannot deny that it's a great joke. I am Barry, and welcome to Barry Needs Buzz.
Barry Needs Buzz!
So welcome to my YouTube channel, where we talk everything about medical cannabis. I'm Barry, a middle-aged man wearing a mask, because that's fucking normal. And today, we're going to be covering expiring cannabis, and is it worth it? So first off, expiring cannabis, does it really expire? It doesn't particularly expire like food would. It's very unlikely to be dangerous for your health unless there's mold in it. So what do we mean by expiring? What we mean is that the producer can no longer guarantee that the stats they've put on the bag are true. And that's mainly the THC content. Over time, THC breaks down and reacts with oxygen and becomes something called CBN. CBN is a cannabinoid, but it has very different effects to THC. Less of a euphoric high, more of a sleepy, drowsy, couch lock kind of a deal. So the older the cannabis is, the more of that THC would have turned into CBN. And the more likely it is just to mong you out when you consume it. The other thing is the terps will also degrade and be less prevalent in older cannabis, meaning you get that dull, muted kind of smell from it, if anything. So these are the drawbacks of expiring cannabis. More CBN compared to THC, more of a drowsy high, and more muted terps potentially, just simply because of the age. And this potentially answers why high THC content products are more prevalent on the market. If you think of THC breaking down at the same rate, so a 15% bag and a 30% bag, although they're breaking down at the same rate, the 15% bag as a percentage of THC will drop much more quickly than the higher percentage bag, meaning the high percentage THC has a longer shelf life and is therefore a positive for producers. So let's look at a couple of examples recently. Supreme Diesel by Green Carrot, been dropped down to $6.50 per gram, and from all reports, it's been pretty good. I've seen some reviews say it's been a bit dry. Some say the terps have degraded and it's a bit muted. Even reports of it being a bit drowsy and sleepy rather than euphoric. All of these factors point to the fact that the THC is broken down into the CBN and the terps have disappeared somewhat. That's not to say it can't be rescued using a Boveda pack, but it's not always the case. Another recently reduced product was Atomic Sour Grapefruit. Again, I saw some reviews saying it was a bit dry. The terps weren't there. I did get to try this one myself at the reduced price, and it seemed fine to me. All the products I've had is the one that does what it says on the tin most. It proper stinks of grapefruit. And I found the effects all right. I mainly use it to chill myself out and sleep, so any expiring product with more CBN is fine with me. Saves me a little bit of money, and who doesn't like a bargain given the price of medical cannabis? It helps a lot when you receive it if you store it properly. And what properly would mean is in a kilner jar like this, airtight, glass, and preferably stored out of daylight, as all of these factors will help break down the THC and degrade the cannabis. Stick a Boveda pack in there if you feel it's necessary. That will keep the moisture going. Keep it out of extreme temperatures and keep it in the dark preferably. If you do all of those things, you're going to keep your cannabis in a good state for a long period of time, should you need it. So that pretty much sums all of this up. Is cut price cannabis a bargain? Well, it really depends on what you're after. If you use it for the sedative effects, crack on. It's not going to be a problem. More CBN for you is going to do what you want it to do. If you use it for boosting your mood and more of a euphoric high, cut price cannabis might not be the one for you. What I would advise is just have a look on MedBud Wiki. Everyone reviews on there and you'll get a good feel as to whether the product is worth it or not at the cut price. But for me, I always feel like it's a decent bargain, and if it makes me drowsy and sleepy, that's a winner as far as I'm concerned. So that's it on cut price cannabis. It really depends on what you're after, whether it will be a bargain for you or not. Thanks for watching this far into the video. As a sign of my gratitude, I'm going to give you an option as to what I review next on this channel. I received my prescription a few days ago, so here are your options. Cold Creek Kush by 4C Labs. Pink Kush by 4C Labs. Beach Wedding by 4C Labs. Dante's Inferno by 4C Labs, which I'm really enjoying. Peanut Butter Souffle by 4C Labs. Skittles by Cali X. And the expensive one this month, I went for Gelato Cheesecake by Super Seed. So if you'd like to see a review on any of those, please whack a comment below. Consider subscribing if you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time, molefoles.
Barry needs buzz.